Welcome to my online training Adobe InDesign Basics. I'm talking about InDesign right from the beginning. I will try to explain everything in detail, in moderate speed, so that every step should be clear. But if there's anything unclear, too fast, you have questions, or something didn't work well, please don't hesitate to write it in the comments below. I'll take care of it. I answer quickly, and there should be no problem or question in InDesign what I cannot answer. I'm kind of user guide on two legs. We're going to create a document with several pages. We will import text and make sure the text is linked. We will work with both paragraph styles and character styles, and of course, I will certainly tell you some tips and tricks in between and around. Now we are starting with InDesign by going into the menu. Choose File, New, and then Document. Okay, and that's the point we should talk about. New document. I prefer the old settings, and you will see there are some other places I have other settings. Have a quick glance where these settings are hidden. But I'm going to make a video for sure with all the best changes in preferences. Because this way you can spare yourself a lot of time and trouble. Now, in Preferences General, you see I choose Use Legacy New Document Dialog. In my opinion, it's more clearly arranged. The other isn't bad either, but this one includes exactly the information I just need. Well, File, New Document. We are working with single pages now. I'll take a smaller page size. Say we take A5. Wait a minute. If your layout goes right to the edge, A5 has 148.5 millimeters in width, strictly speaking. If you now have a layout with stuff that is close to the edge, then you have 1 millimeter offset from the front to the back. So if you have a layout like that, then correct this and take 148.5 millimeters. The margins, I set them to 20 millimeter. Golden ratio properties would be a little bit more at the bottom. Bleed. That's a topic for another video. Now I'm beginning with only one page. Why? I will tell you immediately. There's a tiny new preview button at the bottom. Now you can see a preview of your document in the background. For example, if I now change the top margin, I can see it here immediately. But I like the 20 for now. And let's click OK. In the Pages panel, you see there's only one page. Next step, to place a text, choose File, Place. Useful shortcut for this is Command D for the shortcut enthusiasts among you. I like them. I take the funny dummy text and open. You see the text now with my cursor. I know this text is longer than one page, and with holding the Shift button, you see the icon changes. With the Shift button pressed, I place the text. In the Pages panel, we see immediately that the text has been spread over several pages and the text is linked. Choosing now the selection tool and selecting the frame, clicking on View, Extras, Show Text Threads, you can make the linked text visible. You see, all the frames have been threaded automatically. Next, I would like to show you something about selection tool, direct selection tool and frames. By the way, you can choose if you like the tools in one column or two by clicking onto this tiny double triangle. I like two columns best. Tools that are similar are placed next to each other. This way you can memorize them much easier. For example, selection tool and direct selection tool, content collector tool and content placer tool, the gradients, hand tool and zoom tool. I think it's clearer, but do as you like. Now I take the selection tool. You can drag on one corner and see you may change width and height in one move. If you are a little further away from the corner, you get a curved double arrow. With this curved double arrow, you may just rotate the frame. I want to undo this with Command Z. If you grab the point in the middle, you can adjust the height, and on the side you may change the width. Earlier, by importing the text with holding the Shift key, we got automatically threaded text. But it could also happen that you have to link your text manually. Let's have a try with a new frame. On the right, I draw a new small frame. Okay. I'm filling with placeholder text. You find it on the bottom of the Type menu. Fill with placeholder text. Now I use the selection tool to make the frame smaller. You see, the text doesn't fit anymore. I get overset text, which comes as a small red box with a plus sign. If you click on it, the text is on your cursor again. You can either place it with Shift key, the recommended method for a lot of text, or you place it by hand wherever you need it. This is interactive. While I make the top frame smaller, the text continues to flow downwards. I make it a little bit bigger to get the whole picture. By making the top frame bigger, the text flows downwards. What I show you on one page works with a complete document, of course. For deleting a frame like this, you only have to click on it and press delete or backspace. Backspace is the one with the left arrow above the return key. Some call it enter, but in InDesign there is a difference between return and enter. We'll come to that in another video. Now I have a suspicion that this isn't A5 at all. Looks like A4. Let's have a look in File, Adjust Layout. Yes, there it is, A4. Actually, it should be A5. When I change it to A5, without changing margins and font size, you see, InDesign has rebuilt the pages. On the following pages too. Maybe I should reveal how I actually scroll. I use a MacBook with touchpad, but you can also scroll with the mouse, the scroll bars here, or use the hand tool. Okay, now of course the text doesn't fit again. When I click on it with the black arrow, I have this red plus sign again. How do we get new pages now? I've used the Pages panel a few times already. It should be visible from the start. However, you may have to select it from the Windows menu. In the Pages panel, I can, from the upper area, drag a parent page down. This is one way. I need to undo this. For another way, go to the panels menu. A good method if you have to insert many pages. I don't do this now. I want to do something similar to when I placed the text the first time. I click once again on the little red frame with a cross and place it on the next page while holding the Shift key. Because this means that InDesign creates as many pages as needed. And now the direct selection tool, a white arrow. You know you don't need it often in InDesign. I'm showing it briefly. You can touch the edges and change the shape. As I said, you won't need it that much. If you want to switch from the selection tool to the text tool, you do it in the Tools panel. But there's an easier way. You can double-click the text and the tool changes from selection tool to text tool. With double-clicking, you can highlight one word. Clicking 3 times highlights a line of text, and clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, a whole paragraph. Clicking 5 times highlights the text completely, but I prefer Command A at this point. Everything I tell in this and the following videos, and every document will be created in a way to be exported easily as print PDF and accessible PDF UA. I explain the reason why this is really important and why accessible PDF will play a significant role from June next year in another video. You will find it on my canal soon. Whether I need an accessible PDF or I just have a large document, it's extremely convenient to work with paragraph styles and character styles. Let's begin with paragraph styles. My paragraph styles are on the right already. You can find them quickly in the fonts menu. They're paragraph styles, not the paragraph panel. We need this one. If you like to use the window menu, you follow the path Window, Styles, Paragraph Styles. In the beginning, it contains only the basic paragraph. Now, I place the text tool in the first headline. It says Tale of the Blind Texts. Next, I need a new paragraph style. I like to use the Panels menu because you can name the style directly. At the bottom of the panel, you find another way to get a new paragraph style. By clicking onto the plus sign, InDesign makes a new style named Paragraph Style 1. To rename it, you double-click the style. I name it Head 1 for Headline 1. You find a lot of settings for this paragraph style on the left side. Starting with basic character formats, I like Avenir Next instead of Minion Pro. Avenir Next is fine in medium and a little bigger, perhaps 16 points, and okay. Now I have a different font and a different font size. I can put this paragraph style very easily on the other headlines. Here's the next one, Philosophy. By clicking the style Head 1, the second headline gets the correct settings at once. Next headline, I click the Head 1 paragraph style and you see font and size have changed. A thing of unique artificiality, Head 1 once again. Okay. That's still not that elegant. After a headline, I'd like to have a little bit more space, and maybe you want your headline colored. Spaces first. Spaces and indents you find here. First, you could edit the alignment. I don't want to. I would like to give it some space after the paragraph. say 3 millimeters. Yes, that's pretty good. What do we have here? I still have a blank line in between. Yes, that's something to be avoided on accessible documents. Not needed paragraph returns. I delete them and pick my head 1 paragraph style, because here you can put some extra space before the headline. The changes in the paragraph style affects all the other headlines because they are linked with the paragraph style. When scrolling through the document, I see the changes in all the headlines. Something just occurs to me here. We can fix this in the paragraph style automatically. Here is a standalone headline and the corresponding paragraph slipped onto next page. That's not nice. Headlines and their corresponding texts should be together, at least 3 lines. With a double click on paragraph style head 1, and here's a point named keep options. We need the option keep with next. Headlines should be followed by 3 lines of text. I type 3. 2 lines would be possible too, but I think 3 makes the nicer layout. And OK. The headline with its following lines of text now goes to the next page. I'm scrolling through the document, but seems to be the only problem of this kind. OK, it's impossible, naturally, because we fixed it in the paragraph style. Changing the paragraph style means changing all the other corresponding headlines. I'll demonstrate it with a change of color. Say I want the headlines to be blue. I double click the paragraph style head 1, then go to character color. Here I choose the light blue color or red. That's more noticeable. Okay. Scrolling through the document, I see all the headlines are now in red. Paragraph styles in general are not only for accessible documents an, I would say, absolute must-have. They are also for any long document just very, very practical. Closely related to paragraph styles are character styles. So I also show them in this video. Normally, character styles are in the same panel next to paragraph styles. In any case, you find them in the window menu, Styles, Character Styles. There are 2 ways to create a new paragraph style or character style. First, I want to make a new character style which changes fonts to bold. I name it this way, bold. I do not touch font family, size and so forth. I just change font style to bold. There it is, and OK. As a result, I can apply this character style everywhere, no matter what font family or size has been used. For instance, I make a double click on one word and can make it bold very easily. I can also select an area and apply the character style bold onto it. That works the same with a headline, you see? Character styles are equally linked to their corresponding text as the paragraph styles before. That means if I double click the character style and say I want it bold italic for a change, to be more remarkable, I only have to pick bold, italic and font style and OK. Every word with the character style bold changes to bold italic, even the headline. That's only to show you that it even works with another font size, color and so on. But in the headline, I actually didn't want the character style at all. To get rid of it, you can click first on your headline and then on the character style, none. Now the headline appears as it should again. But the text with the character style bold is still there in the basic text below. For applying a character style, you place your cursor anywhere in the paragraph and then click on the appropriate paragraph style. If you want to use a character style, you need to select every character that should be changed and then click onto the appropriate character style. So, we have also discussed shortly the character styles. You can still do a lot more with these. I will take up this topic again when it comes to lists. Character styles are also useful for creating tables. But here at this point, we will conclude the basic topic for now. And I hope you liked it. If you have any questions left unanswered, if you have requests for further courses, so I have some plans, but it could be that you think of something that I haven't thought of yet. Please write it in the comments. Of course, you can also text if you just liked it. I'm very happy about that too. So, any kind of wishes, inquiries, etc., feel free to write that in the comments. I'm going to try my best to respond as quickly as possible and will also be happy to respond to requests for further videos. Then have a nice day and see you next time. Bye.